morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a very beautiful day and, of course, a more beautiful show. I'll tell you something. Today is May 15th, 2025, and it's a very beautiful Thursday morning. We're having fun here in the studios. I'm going to reiterate first and tell you that every day above 6 feet is a good day. So when you wake up in the morning, you just feel tired. So you don't feel like you're moving yourself. Or you get up from your bed and then straight to the toilet with your phone beside you, or you hang and then start pressing the video. First thing you, or I feel like we should do, don't take my word for it. Alright, one more thing, I know what for you. Go down and say prayer for yourself and then you can start today. A whole lot of you should be happy that you're privy to breathing the same air as a whole lot of people out there. If you pass by After Cemetery somewhere in Yaba, you understand that as you move beyond the graves, you see where people write father, some places mother, aunties, uncles, grandfather, so many endearing names now. You see the names of rich people, you also see the names of very poor people. Everybody act together. There's no difference at that point. So come on, Olamide says, and I quote Olamide by the way, says, only money is your problem. Yes, with that I say welcome again to Whatzup on Galaxy Television. We are here and we are live. This is a show that was made, produced, alright, devised, alright, for the Gen Z's age between 16 to 26 to 27. And these are the ones that are in the world now. Tech, business, finance, entertainment, you just think these Gen Z's are doing so much. They're the ones trying to make all the money for the world. So that's what it is. Now, also, I want to speak on the matter of persistence. Now, the second richest man in the world, Mark Zuckerberg, started what is known now as Meta, sometimes back in school lunch. And then he asked a couple of his friends around to help him so that he could do stuff together. And these men are some of the richest men. His friends, now, none of them are poor. Every single one of them, whether they sing their state or not, are very rich. So I'll ask you this question. Who are your friends? Who are your clique? Alright? You see someone who is sick and then you see the doctor say you should bring 120 and you're calling 60 or 70 and you still can't raise that money. That's terrible. Normally you should have one person, two people around that time. Easily bring that kind of amount. So check your circle. Don't be say I get friends. So you have people. Check your circle. How many people can do the same stuff you do for them? And then when you start prioritizing yourself amongst other things, then you realize the kind of personality you go to be and achieve. Don't worry. Ask yourself, my friends, people around me, if stuff happens right now, they come through for the best question. If the answer is no, to change your circle, that's the first thing today. Alright, we're going to reiterate also and tell you that Galaxy Television is on the post. Head on to your iOS store for those who desire and download the Galaxy Television mobile app. This will help you watch Galaxy Television and all the programs we have for you guys from the comfort of your houses, your churches, your private jets, anywhere. Even if there's no lights in the house, you can just pick up any of your gadgets, iPads or phones, and just log on and check, put in your username, then it brings it up, and then you see either WhatsApp is live or any other programs across the phone. They are live, so you can get to watch amazing programs. Also streaming live on Facebook at Galaxy Television. When you open the Facebook app, click on the search space above, and then type in Galaxy Television. Click it, you see WhatsApp is live or streaming live right now on YouTube. We're also doing this with Galaxy TV Nigeria. On Instagram, it's Galaxy TV Entertainment, and that's what it is. For those who use who are privy to StarTimes decoders, is channel 110 for StarTimes decoder, channel 110. Movie box as well, Galaxy Television. Just name it. And then for free to air UHF terrestrial 27 VHF 27 with movie antennas to a little to the left, to the right of while I get to watch exciting programs that we have from kiddies to Telemundo to Yoruba Nollywood movies to sports, music, holla, party time, WhatsApp, EFC fight nights. Alright, anyone cartoons. We got you guys covered. Sports, anyone, political programs, the boss, anyone you want to watch and enjoy the show often with. We have Gen Z programs around 10 p.m. at night. We have fashion programs and a whole lot that's still coming up. So we don't have any reason not to just sit back and enjoy Whatzup on that television or that television itself. So I've done so much for you to make sure that you guys enjoy yourself. And I've been seeing good stuff. Some of you watch the show through the app or through Facebook, all right, and then you leave comments, very nice comments. Thank you very much. Also, we thank you to all the fans that do that. God bless you guys so much for engaging. And those who follow me on my Facebook, TikTok, Instagram pages, Twitter pages, X, also thank you to you guys as well. You guys have done so much. All right. On the show today, as always, you tuned in for the first time. When you ask yourself, what's the show all about? I'll tell you. It's a show that transcends between fun, excitement, entertainment, vibes, music, and of course, information and all-round sweetness. Take you on the ride with a whole new level of adventure. That's who we are. Now, we do movie reviews on the show. We also do trending issues and celebrity gossip. That's towards the end of the show. So we talk about stuff happening in the lives of celebrities and what's going on with them. And then we give you updates, every single update that this kind of people. All right, and then we move on to fashion and style, where we go for events, red carpet events. We tell you who wore what has how styled who, and if you want to be a part of that, then we also give ratings to from 1 to 10, and then so keep these guys interested. We're not fashion movies, we do what we do. And then the icing on the cake is when we have guests, A-list celebrities come here into the studio, or if we can't have them here, there's Zoom call. All right, we get them gotten from UK, Canada, US, Australia, Germany, Spain, Italy, Brazil, Sierra Leone, both Africa, Europe, and outside the country, from Japan as well. And so as long as they can't make it here or they're outside the country, we get them too. All right, and we've had people from all over Nigeria, Jalingo, guess we have this one is going to go all the way from Cape to State, just. So come on, we do the most entertaining. We are the number one champion. I don't say that. That's what it is. And we're very happy and excited to know that we are privy to doing all these things for you guys, and we never goes out of turn. So sit back, relax, and enjoy yourself. Yes, before we're going to be breaking your wire before we get it. So it's all right. That's AURAL. Should I get Vegas? I'll leave it at that. I know it's too much. Anyway, we do have a very esteemed celebrity in the studios with us here. And like before we make the introduction, let's quickly go on a break. When we come back, we're meeting this person and then the whole ride begins. So stay tuned. Don't go far. And then you understand that this is Whatzup, a show that runs, an entertainment show that runs Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Don't miss the time, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. And very beautiful day, as I reiterated, I said before, because we have some very special things. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men and women, you know, from anywhere you're watching and listening to us from, this is Whatzup. One of the introductions and tell you that we have live in the studio. MSH, calling Mushood. How you doing?
I'm alright, bro.
How was it getting to the studio this morning?
Well, it was kind of stressful. Then, you know, when somebody didn't really prepare for some things very well, you know, things that you go through and things like that. But thank God we're here.
Yes, thank God we're here. That's a very important thing. Thank God we're here. So welcome again. This is Whatzup. We're so excited and honored to have you here. And of course, we're looking forward to the fact that you're going to give us so much gist about the journey, the lifestyle. But the truth is, sit back. That's why we give you a cushion. Relax yourself. It's not like all these interviews that will change. It's just understand the music, your sound, personality. It's basically for your fans to interact with you. So relax. You know, I once interviewed someone and she sat on the chair. Her legs were shaking. I was like, the hell? Relax now. I noticed everything. I just reached out. I was like, calm down. And then when she did, she was a whole different vibe. So that's what I'm going to say to you today.
All right.
Calm down, sit down, and enjoy yourself. Now, Ladies and gentlemen, let's quickly tell you about the man we do have in the studio this morning. And his name is Michael Mushood Oluku, songwriter, Afrobeats or Afro hip hop artist, marketer, health educator, and of course, he's a DJ or host DJ services. Popularly known as the Mike, then later changed his name to Mushood, was born on March 5th at Ikeja, Lagos State, Nigeria. Michael is a creative expert in the music industry and the world of social media. So take good, guys. Michael hails from Lagos State, Nigeria. He completed his primary and secondary education in Lagos, then proceeded to University, Tai Shulari University of Education at Ijebu. So most times when you guys travel by bus and you pass Tai Shulari, you know that very soon you're getting to Ore. Alright? Where he earned a certificate as a health educator, and then he began his professional career as a versatile artist during his secondary school days, but kicked off, alright, officially in 2019. Between 2019 up until this moment, he's dropped different singles like Touch, Amalaje, Ragabomi, and Sense. Alright, he's founder of Midway Entertainment, a marketing agency, and event planner. He's also into branding and advertisement visibility. So once again, welcome to the studio. We're very happy and excited to have Mushood here with us, who's going to give us updates on his lifestyle. And fans are like, hope you guys are ready because it's about to be a situation right now. Are you ready? Now Mushood is here in the building. Welcome. Yeah. So first off, what inspired the name change from the Mike to Mushood? And then what does this mean Mushood represent?
Well, what inspired the names is that, being the Mike right from the beginning is name that I love so much because before I even started music, people have been calling me the Mike, those days where we do choreographers, we choreography, dancing and all that. So they do call me the Mike. So it was when I later discovered that, I'm good on this line. I can actually be bearing this name for a stage name. You understand? So I was bearing the Mike all my university days, all my school days. But I noticed something that whenever I push my music, it didn't really get to the right audience easily. So I have to sit and study why things like that is happening. Then I discovered that I'm not the only one bearing the Mike. Other people are also bearing the name globally. So before you could sing my own song, you have to go to the next page of, you understand, different sites. They have seen a lot of songs, the Mike, that's not me. Before you now sing mine. So I had to change the name to Mushood. And Mushood is my name, my main name. That's my Muslim name. I bear Michael Mushood Oluku. You understand? And before I change the name to Mushood, I make a lot of findings here and there. Then I notice that I'm the only one bearing the name globally. As an artist, nobody bears the name. If you go online and search for my song, I'm the only one that bear Mushood. So why can't I just bear my name and push myself? You understand? So that was what brought about changing of the Mike to Mushood. And if you want to know the meaning of Mushood, or what Mushood stands for, so Mushood stands for happiness, like fortunate, something prosperous. You understand? That's what Mushood stands for. So I feel it's a good name to bear as well in the music industry.
All right. That's a good one. So that's the first. Because the truth is, I haven't heard any other person bear the name of Shoot as an artist.
Yeah.
So it stands for prosperity and for someone who's very fortunate.
Yes.
So we hope this transcends into your music as your lifestyle as well.
Yeah,
that's a beautiful one. Moving on. Your bio says you're a songwriter, you're host DJ services, you are also a marketer and all that stuff. It seems like you have this echo of being jack of all trades. Are you superhuman or you're just really good at human resource management?
I'm not superhuman. You understand? But the system that we are living in, like what I mean by the system, we all live in this country together. There is no how you want to, it depends on what individual are making and what they do. You understand? But you cannot be doing one particular job and you feel that will sustain you as a man, especially somebody that has a family. You understand? So you have to think and see what else and other things that you can do. So what brought about marketing? I'm a marketer because I as well work in a company that I'm giving them the marketing role. You understand? So then the DJ services as well. I render DJ services. I have all the equipment to give to anybody that needs DJ services. I just have to put all these things in one because it's still based on the same line.
True.
Things that I'm into. So it's things that I love to do that I can wake up anytime and pick up. You understand? So that is all about.
Now I love the part you're coming from. I always tell people, especially if you're involved in the music industry and you're not from a rich family background. Now you can also be from a rich family background and your family is not supporting you. And that's a big problem. But as men, as artists, in fact, it's not restricted to men. Now women, because women these days are doing things that men do. Women are into music, women are into sports, women are playing sports events more than men. Men was 1x and over 2s, and they will drag you into that. And you see these women cashing out from all this.
Yeah.
They won't allow us stress, they never will choose to do that as true. But that's not a problem. So I love the part where you said just because you're one thing doesn't mean you don't have to show smartness in the rest. So I see lots of artists that are pushing themselves to say, oh, is music or not? Anyhow we make music as what is paying the bills.
Yeah.
Now promotion in music too can be something else. How are you going to push your music if you don't have money to do it?
Exactly.
Promotion in Nigeria now, promote your music is over there. Trust what I tell you. But that's a very good one. Kudos to you. Now you have tracks like Cash, Amala, Ragaboom, and each of these songs are very unique. They're super unique in their own ways. What's your creative process like? And are you inspired at 2 a.m. artist, or how do you get motivated and inspired from the type of energy like that?
Okay. What inspires me most is the instrumental. Because first thing was I hear the instrument, the next thing that goes is, if the instrumental is very good, that the beat that is coming up from whichever sound and what you are listening from, the speaker that you are listening from, it also inspired you to.
That's very true.
You understand? If you know all these kind of speakers that I don't want to mention names, but these speakers, if you compare them, you see one, you listen to this, you want to, then this other one might be a little bit low. You understand? So if I should hear any instrumental from any good speaker, it inspires me. I'm a very busy person that I don't really have time to carry pen that I want to write song now. I want to know. I do my things as I'm working, going here and there. Something can just comes in, then I pick up my phone, I record it like a voice record. So maybe later in the midnight, I can now listen to it back to see that, oh, this actually makes sense. So let me work on it. You understand? So with that way, I see it has been working for me because I've never repeated any song of mine. Then I've never copied any artist or maybe trying to keep, take somebody's hook to complete his songs like that. No, it has never happened. You understand? So with that way, I feel instrumental, listening to a very good instrument inspire me most to write more songs. So, understand? So that is how it goes.
All right, good one, Mushood. Let's talk about your challenges in entertainment as a DJ, as a radio DJ services, marketer, whatever it is, music artist. Tell us some of the challenges you face day to day, daily in your life, and how you've been able to come through all these challenges. It's a whole lot. When we tell you that now, you see some involving artists that are not reach 1 year or 2 years and just doing crazy and all that. But you have some who are back home who are in studios now and they're watching like, let's hear from you. So we go straight to the hit us. Let's know what's up. How have you faced major critical challenges and how have you faced those challenges?
Okay. The challenge is me personally, because I believe we all have our own challenges. But me, when this comes to music industry, it has to do with getting the right connection, because it's not about going there to perform, going there to do this. If you are not getting the right people, you understand, you might not quickly get to where you are heading to. You understand? Like for instance, you went for a show to perform. They just perform like you were invited to come and perform in the show. They just performed and they thumbs you up and all those things. They come down. That's all. It's different from you performing, talking to people around. You understand? Because me, I'm kind of an introvert person. So I don't really talk like that. I can just do my performance and that guy is crazy. That guy, you be expecting he's coming here to start jazzing and I just come and bros. You understand? So like, because I don't really talk, and it's when you talk, people will know what you are facing or what you truly need. Once your mouth is closed, nobody knows. So yes, so I see that as one of the challenges. Then funding, when it comes to funding, promoting music, like you said, is not an easy task. It has to do with a lot of finance. Even some artists that even have money to push these things that they are doing it. Some are even not getting it right because they have the money to do it. They are not still getting it right. So even having money alone does not really mean that is all. Once I have money, I don't blow. If you get money safe, make the team really make it still be like that. So I think funding too as well is part of those things that is really affecting. Okay, then if I'm to think, God has been helping in all challenges, so I don't really put challenges in my head like that. So it's hardly for me to start picking. Like I think about those little ones that I feel, those are the major ones I feel that I have in my own way.
All right, now in music, you understand the essence of mentorship and guidance. When it comes to music, especially when how you were growing up and how you got into music, do you have any kind of mentor or someone you look up to in music? That's the first question. The second question is, if you were allowed to pick 2-3 artists in Nigeria to feature on the next album or EP, which would you pick and why?
Okay, the first question. Mentorship, yeah. You know the way from Lord of Ajasa.
Oh yes.
You understand? Lord of Ajasa has been killing it when it comes to Yoruba rap in the music industry. So there is no song of Lord of Ajasa then that I cannot listen to and be vibing. Even when we don't know that we are going to do music, we are seeing like, this man is giving it to us back to back. So I felt more of Ajasa and Lord of Ajasa then. But right now, I will choose Olamide. Badu. I will choose Olamide. And why I chose Olamide was, I remembered myself as an upcoming when I see myself as unknown artist. I don't call myself upcoming. You understand? Because you are not really known everywhere, but gradually you will get there. So when Olamide was coming up, I was as well coming up. I like his rap, the way he does his things and all that. So I listened to him. You know, you listen to somebody of your mates then you still enjoy the person like, I wish I can just drop things like this. And the way the man has been doing the thing in the music industry, he has done a lot of things like helping a lot of artists with his way or with his platform. You understand? So I think I will choose Olamide because he's good. I like his songs. Then I like the fact that he's helping other artists to grow. You understand? And that is the key. It's not only about you and you alone. All those artists most of the artists that we are seeing now, when we see them, we remember, Olamide. Olamide. You understand? And to the second question, which artists would I like to feature? I'm sorry if I choose the same name. Olamide. And why I choose Olamide is a voice on the track is a hit. You don't need to say, I need to go and feature another artist so that, one song, boom. Understand? So I feel respect to the man. Olamide is doing good in the music industry. So I feel I would love to choose him if I have the chance to just pick any artist. If I have the chance, I will.
All right, that's a very sound one. Kudos to me for that. Anyway, we have Mushood in the studio, and so far, so he's telling us about his life story, his journey, and the music challenges, and how he was able to come through all these things. It's not easy to be an artist, especially in Nigeria where music thrives, but you have a whole lot of disdain, backbiting, gossip, corruption, and so many. But Mushood is thriving. Mushrooms to understand that you can do it. Okay, let's go and watch and listen to something from the man that stay tuned. Go far. Stay here. Certain things people say about you, you're tempted to ask yourself, shouldn't I really be this? I mean, get another version of me. Like you hear some things people say like, what did I do this? But sometimes it's usually very funny. So you tend to also ask people around you say, this new stuff you heard about me or you said about me rather, did it make you very wealthy or has it made you more miserable than the first time you said? That's something that you should put at the back of your mind as well. So welcome back. This is Whatzup in Arts Television. This is where we move on for the stars. This is the stars are born and made. And of course on the show today we have Mushood. I enjoyed that song. It reminded me of good vibes, reminded me of there's this style of music called Kundu. Yes, Gen Z, you guys know this. So I kind of liked it, and it's something that I would definitely vibe with. So the song that played, the title was what? Amala.
Amalaje.
Yes, what does it mean? And when was that video shot? When was it? How did you come about that song then?
Okay. Amalaje, I'm talking about, I noticed that most people, okay, let me use myself as an example. You just wake up in the morning, you go to work. Most people don't even eat, but they just only buy drink, coke, meat pie. Maybe later in the evening is when they will eat a solid food. Most people don't have time to really eat like that. It's not that they don't have money to eat but just to create the time that, okay, I'm working right now. And let me finish this work. Before you finish that one, another work will comes in, another one will comes in. So what brought about Amalaje was encouraging people to eat. Eat. You need food. You need to eat. Chop amala. Amalaje means amala that we know.
Yeah.
And eat. You understand? So I just have to pick a food to talk about the whole story. So the main concept of the song is eat. One story me I want to tell you. Big things happen in the kitchen. When man dey also steady. Any money wey you get, make it chop steady. Wọ́n ní kó jẹun gidi sínú. Kó má lọ máa fi ebi panú. Wọ́n ní kó momi gidi sára. Kó lè bá lómi lára. Cause problem no dey finish. Wahala no dey cast. I no dey pass my limits. Na why I no dey cast. Bá mi wọ́n ọmọ tó máa fún mi lámàlàjẹ́. Hey, Amalaje.
So we should look for a more that
you understand? Cook the main amala for you.
Okay, so this amala is food, right?
Yeah, talking about food. That's still food.
That reminds me, alright? And this amala that we're talking about now, it brings me to the question, is that your favorite food?
I think I eat it. It's not my favorite food, but
what do you like to aside amala? The truth is, I'm an amala fan through and through.
Okay.
I thought about eating it yesterday, but when I came out of the house, I realized that it would be too heavy for me.
Okay.
Alright. There's this place that eats. Shout out to you guys. Amala Unifast. It's on the They sell really good food. Now, I just told myself, by this time of the night, if I eat this now, voila. And recently I decided to try to eat early and healthy. But that's the thing. For me, it varies. But I'll tell you this. I love eating amala. And I learned how to eat amala from my mom. Before she left Nigeria, before she traveled out of Nigeria, when we were growing up, there's this place on, is it Asafari Street? Opposite where you have Ken's Music right now. So when that is opposite where the two that shot the video for you. Don't use my
my
car.
car. Okay.
That's the place is just opposite it because the day the short video I was there. Now, there's this woman, my mom will tell me that I should go there. I should go and buy this. And I would look how they were turning the whole thing and they would make it. Now, what I fell in love with was the beats or the Shaki.
Yeah.
I love it. As an Igbo man, well, I loved it until today. I can buy Amala for 400. But what
all those things. Assorted and cool. Yeah.
So yes, that's what I asked you. But for me, a favorite food would be nothing special. I like swallow. Yes. But if I'm not doing swallow, it would be spaghetti, very well made spaghetti, stir fry, and then turkey. But for you, what's your go-to food?
I like pounded yam.
You know,
In your gongon.
it's what soup.
Pounded yam has the soup that follows. I know some people like to
If I
take
want to eat pounded yam, I'll eat pounded yam with eforiru.
eforiru as or egusi.
Some people say efole
Efele egusi, yeah.
So that's, I know my friend Duke already. If he's not anything he wants to eat, let egusi sharp. If he's rice, let egusi. He loves it as well. So that's what you love.
Yeah.
But that's a good one. Now for your fans out there, what's the misconception about you that your fans don't be like what to tell them? For example, someone like me now, I always say it, I can be very loud, but there are places I step into, you not hear me from me.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. I tend to I sabi mind my business. So when I'm somewhere that I don't really feel or mood swing, if you just enter, I'll just be like, you see this person because okay, I was somewhere and I was with my friends. So I stepped out to buy something. And when I came back, I just noticed someone came to say hi to them. This group of friends that sell cars, Ace Autos, Blue Autos, who else? Solo Motors. Now, these guys sell cars. So we're just gisting and all that. So I stepped out to get stuff. And came on, there was maybe this guy. And he watched every day for TV. And they were looking at him like, they didn't want to answer him. Maybe they wanted to, they won't wind them and all that. But at the end of the day, when I came back, and I started gisting with all of them. I was playing with them. So I used to think people of this profession are usually very prideful and proud and don't talk to people. Like, I play with you as long as you know that they have something and you're not going to fluctuate. So that's what it is for. Maybe some people see me as somebody that might have pride or might not want to talk to someone. For me, one way that I'm not going to do, they just like to have fun. So for you, what do you think your fans or people around you in this conception usually have about you that's not true?
For me, I think when some people interact with me, there are some hidden part of me that people don't really know until we started talking. You understand? I have a lot of ideas, once you have anything in your head, before you say so, I can start just giving you ideas of how to go through that thing, how to make it successful, how to do this, how to, unknowingly, just be talking because I discover it when so many people will stylishly come to my table and they just, I'm thinking about doing this and that, and that thing, if you do this, if you should do that, and you understand. So they don't know I'm good at that until conversation comes in. You understand? So, and being an introvert again, does not mean I don't talk. Doesn't mean I cannot give you wahala if you give me wahala. Does not mean that I cannot just relate and all those things. I'm just an introvert based on maybe at that moment, there is nothing to talk about. And when there is nothing to talk about, trying to form or create, I would not want to create something that you might not like. I might say something that might not go with your feelings at that moment. So it's not, I don't really need to be forcing myself, like, want to create something to talk to that you could talk to this person and I could talk to this. I will just be there. You understand? But when a topic comes in that push me to talk, that is when people are, so you can actually talk like this. So you know more this, know about that. So I think that is just what I can say regarding to that. Understand? So,
Alright, so Mushood, right now, what are you working on in terms of music? Are you expecting anything soon, like an EP or an album? What are you working on?
yeah, I'm working on my EP. I'm working on my EP. This Amalaje, I just dropped it, and I know that I still have a lot of things to do on Amalaje, because I feel I cannot just be dropping songs anyhow. I have to drop and push, drop and push. So I think that is the pattern I would like to use. Amalaje, there is Cash, there is Ragabumi. I have all those songs online already, but I have not dropped them as an EP or dropped them singly, except from Amalaje. So it's when I'm ready, I'll pick one, then start pushing. So maybe if I can gather all these single up to 8 to 7, it's okay for an EP. You understand that? So because I want to select, it's not that I cannot find a lot of songs and put in an EP or make it an album, but it's because I want to select the best part of me, the best song out of all the songs I put down. Just put them together, because that will be the first EP. And the first thing that people are hearing, the first song that they hear about you, the first way you introduce yourself to the market, that's how they will take it, and they will start following you up like that. Get it?
Alright, briefly before we let you go, we've just spoken about the fact that you're a health personnel, and
Okay.
the health sector in Nigeria, you feel like it's going down. Is there any form of health awareness you'd like to speak to us about before we wrap up the show?
If I'm to talk about that, we have a lot of challenges. We have, health is a topic that is very broad. You understand? You can't just, but what I notice in this country and among the Gen Zs, I feel that most of them abuse drugs now. The way the Gen Zs abuse drugs is overwhelmed. You understand? From secondary school to university, you notice small boys are like, by the time you walk from one bus stop to another, you see some boys, the way they walk or the way they crawl, you notice that.
Or the way
You know those moves.
someone just look like this, but like,
You understand? Invisible chair.
My God.
So I feel we have, if they can preach more, they need more of health educators and more of people that can preach this online, because Gen Zs are very familiar with going online and all that, to tell them more about these drugs that they are taking, because they are just going into it now. They don't know what might cost them in future. You understand? And they need to see samples of things that has happened to people that engage in those kind of drugs. You understand? So if I'm to preach about anything regarding to health, I think I'm going to choose that topic, drugs abuse. So government needs to do more, maybe do more outspoken to people. I think there was a time that they used to talk about HIV, that they used to use microphone. I think there was a time like that they used to do things like that. So I think they can still do all these things just for the community. In each community, you understand, we have local governments. You understand? So they can always plan those kind of things for the youth or for the people that are living around there to know the usefulness or to know what drugs will cost in their life if they should engage in it. Understand? So I think that is what I can do as an health educator, if I'm to talk about anything for now.
Alright, so 1 minute as we wrap up the show.
Okay.
1 minute. Where do you hope to see Mushood in the next 5 years?
In 1 minute, okay.
Yes.
I remember last 5 years, I was asked the same question, but thank God for where I am today. So next 5 years coming, I believe I should be where I'm supposed to be. It's only God that knows. I know I have a goal. I have other dreams. I have other things planned for myself, but man can only plan, but it's God that make things solid and make things happen. So in the next 5 years to this time, I will say everybody in this country should know Mushood. Not just few people that knows me now, not just few fans that I have online and all that. You understand? The way I just mentioned somebody's name, the way I mentioned Olamide, I believe somebody should come to this program and as well mention my name to what Mushood have done in the music industry.
Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you so
Quickly,
much.
give us a social media handles and where now stream with yourself.
Okay. On Instagram, Mushood Music. On Facebook, Mushood Music. On TikTok, Mushood Music.
Everywhere.
Everywhere, Mushood Music.
Thank you so much for coming. All right. God bless you for coming through. So on. Let's add a hope we'll come next time. Quickly, let's go to a quick break. When we come back, we'll be time for celebrity.